Hi everyone, I'm here live now for Content Creation Studio Setup.com, and today I'll be talking about my YouTube setup. So okay, let's just switch to another camera. I have multiple cameras set up. That's like three different cameras right now. And I'll switch to the overview camera. Let's just see how that looks like. So this is my overview camera over there, and it's a Canon 1DC, which is one of the more expensive Canon cameras from before, back then in the year 2013. It has 4K, it has Canon log, and it's actually a cinema camera, so you can record more than 30 minutes. But the problem is it doesn't have autofocus, continuous autofocus in recording mode. So in the movie recording, it doesn't focus on your eyes, and it doesn't keep focus tracking when you move back and forth. So that's a big problem with that camera. That's why I don't use it all that much. But it's good because it's set to 4K now and it's great as an overview cam, so I can actually zoom in and the quality is fine. The problem is I really have to get it focused on my face, so I'm not allowed to move back and forth all that much, because if I move forward then my face won't be in focus anymore. I use this thing here to focus it, so I set my microphone up over here to put focus on the microphone, and so I know exactly where I have to put my face after I turn the camera on. Okay, so there's another camera over here. I don't have this turned on, but this is the details camera where I'm filming my Stream Deck, and sometimes I'm filming like when I'm drawing on pencil and paper, because I'm an artist actually, so I like drawing, and I have a drawing channel too. And there's this camera over there. That's my main camera. It's at the back of a teleprompter, and this teleprompter is used for like if I need to read a script, or if I don't know anything, like if I'm like not improvising and I have everything written out, then I'm using a teleprompter for that. The camera at the back of the teleprompter is a Canon 6D Mark II. That's a camera that has continuous autofocus, so that's pretty cool in movie mode, but it doesn't have 4K. So let's just take a look at the other camera I have here. And this camera over here, this is a 6D Mark I. So this camera came out 2013, and it's pretty good. It doesn't have movie autofocus, but the cool thing about it, it's a full frame camera. So I'm using a 50mm Sigma Art lens on there, and the Sigma Art lens is for like the sharp, one of the sharpest lenses I know. So on 1DC, that's a 24mm Sigma Art lens, and on this here is a Canon 100D. That's a 20mm Sigma Art lens, and over here that's a 50mm Sigma Art lens. They're all 1.4, so you can like really blur the background with that. But on my main camera, it's my favorite lens. It's a Canon lens. It's a Canon 35mm 2.0. So it's a lens with image stabilizer. So the Sigmas don't have that. So if I'm like doing handheld shots, I can turn that on. And the Canon 6D Mark II has a built-in image stabilizer too, so that's pretty cool. And this is another camera. It's the Sony ZV-1. So everybody's talking about that camera. That's like the camera that's used for vlogging and stuff like that. It's pretty good. It's pretty cool. But I don't like it all that much because it looks like a webcam. So in comparison with like the full frame cameras I have from Canon, because the sensor is like this big in comparison with like this tiny Sony sensor, or the 100D sensor over here. So that's why you can like really see more colors and more information in the dark parts of the images and the light part of the images. So that's the good thing about a full frame sensor, and you get more light in than like with the tiny sensors that are in this camera and on that camera. Okay, what else? So we got the camera set up. They're all connected via USB cables. They're not connected to HDMI, because the only cameras I have that have a clean HDMI output, which means the camera doesn't like put out all the information it has on the screen, like the heads-up display on what shutter speed you're using, or the focal. No, it doesn't show the focal length, but like the focusing tracking like part over there, which tracks your face and your eyes. You probably saw that on your camera yourself. So a clean HDMI output doesn't output all of that, so you get the clean picture like here with the 1DC. The 1DC is actually a camera that supports clean HDMI out through HDMI, but I'm connecting it to USB at the moment. There is a camera that supports clean HDMI out, which is the Sony, because that's a newer camera. All the newer cameras support clean HDMI out. So I'm probably gonna keep it, and but I'm thinking of putting it back because I like to stay just with like only the Canons because the colors are all the same then. Okay, so what else? So we talked about the cameras I have there. There's one camera over there, the 1DC, the one you're looking at me now with that camera over there. And there's this camera over here, which is used to film the Stream Deck and when I'm drawing. This is the 100D. It's a pretty old camera too. And over there is my main camera, which is the let's just switch to the main camera. So do a picture-in-picture. So this is the main camera I'm using, and I can like put the picture of the main camera over here. I have a green screen at the back of it. So the green screen makes that my background is like you can't see my background. So when I put the green screen down, this is the normal background I'm using. So it's not that nice, right? So this looks a lot better. Okay, so I got my green screen back up again, and let's just switch to the other like this one over here. Alright. Okay, now we're in the 1DC already. So this over here is the wide. This over here is the camera that's facing my Rodecaster Pro. The Rodecaster Pro is the audio interface. And when I change like the dials here, like make it so it's not that loud anymore, I can see that here on the Rodecaster Pro on the camera that's facing it. Okay, so we got this out of the way, and then I still have my iPad. So the good thing about the iPad is I can draw on the iPad and I can put it side by side. So that's pretty cool. Let's just log in here. It doesn't recognize my finger print, so I'll just put this on side by side mode. So that means I can like use this as my main camera and then put the iPad side by side. So I can draw on my iPad with the Apple Pencil, which is pretty cool. And I can make a drawing. So you know that I actually draw character design and stuff like that. So let's just draw a small character. Let's just say these are the eyes, and this is the mouth, and let's just make him some curly hair, right? And he's running around like so. Okay, so that's a good thing about the iPad. This is an iPad mini, and the good thing about the iPad mini is it's pretty small. So because of the small size, I can bring it everywhere I want to. And I also have a bigger iPad, but I don't use that bigger iPad because it's like too clunky, and I don't have space for it on my desk. So this is like just a drawing. And let's just switch to another camera. So I'll just switch to this camera here. I can show you the iPad. This is the normal iPad I have, like the big one. So this iPad is actually a 12.9-inch iPad. I don't use it all that much because it's just too heavy, and that's why I'm using the small iPad over here, like this one over here. Okay, let's just switch to audio. We got the video all done. Let's just switch to audio. I can even use my live switcher to switch cameras. Let's just see. I can see I press the button over here in the live switcher, and then I switch to another camera, so the main camera over here. Okay, let's talk about audio. So I'll be switching to the overview camera now again. I have 3 microphones over here. This microphone is my favorite microphone is a Rode NTG3. It's actually used for film. I don't use it for film anymore because I don't film that much anymore. But I'm using here for my YouTube setup. And this microphone here is my backup microphone. It's the Rode Procaster. The Rode Procaster is actually for broadcasting. Let's just switch to Rode Procaster. Let's just wait. I'll just put this on. Okay, so when I switch to the Rode Procaster, I just have to put this dial up and this one down. And now you can hear me through the Rode Procaster. So it's a lot louder now. Okay, so let's just put it a little lower. And this is how it sounds like when I talk to the Rode Procaster. So it's a lot different, right? And then let's switch to the normal microphone again so you can see the difference. So this is my normal microphone, the one I use most. My favorite microphone is this Rode NTG3. And it sounds a lot better. Okay, so I have a third microphone over here. I'll just switch to my overview so you can see it. This is the third microphone I have over here. And this microphone is the Sennheiser Evolution 845S. This is one of the oldest microphones I have. I think I have it for about 15 years already. And use this like this. You can use this for when you're on stage or when you're singing or something like that. And let's just switch to that. So I'll just put the Rodecaster Pro back up. And so you can see here, I'm switching to the third microphone. And the third microphone is turned on again. So this is what you see when I switch to the third microphone. What you hear. Okay, so it sounds a lot different now too. I also have lavalier microphones, so lav mics. You put them on your shirt and you can like talk through them, and you can also use headphones if you want to with a headset. But I don't use those, but you can use your earpods, but they sound a lot different. So the earpods sound like yeah, they sound different. I don't have them on now, but I can show it in another video. Okay, let's just switch to my normal microphone now again. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, number 2. This is number 2. This is microphone number 2. That's my favorite microphone. I should put this on 1 actually, on the channel 1. So I'll do that another time. I just switched up a little bit. So this thing over here is Rodecaster Pro, and the Rodecaster Pro is actually my favorite audio interface. So I used to use this interface over here, which is the Zoom H6, and I had the Zoom 4, like H4 before that, but it's actually not that good. It's good for picking up sounds outside, so like Foley or making sound effects and stuff like that, and voice recording. But if you want to use it as a microphone interface with the preamps that are built into for like these XLR amps, microphones over there, the preamps aren't that good, so it sounds terrible. So that's why I don't use this anymore. And I just switched to the Rodecaster Pro, which is a pretty cool preamp and mixer, and it's actually a full-blown podcast studio. So it's also a standalone podcast studio, which means, let's just switch to it, which means you can use this alone for recording your podcast. It doesn't record video, but you can record your podcast on an SD card, and you can like record it on your computer too. I have it plugged into my computer via USB-C. And I can like do different sounds too. Like if I press those buttons, I can like connect it to a phone if I want to, or connect it via USB, or connect it through Bluetooth. And you can plug into about 4 headphones to like monitor the audio. So if you have podcast guests on your show, you can use like 4 different microphones or 4 of the same microphones, and you can like change the volume on each of those microphones or mute somebody. And usually if you're on channel 1, you can like do like ducking. That means when you talk, everybody else is like muted. Okay, so that's the Rodecaster Pro, and let's just talk about the Stream Deck now. Stream Deck is pretty cool. So I'll just switch to my normal camera, which is the one in front, and I'll be picking up the Stream Deck and showing it to you. So this is the Stream Deck, and this is what I use for controlling my live streams. So you can see it over here. And when I press the different buttons, I can like stop the live stream or start the live stream, and switch to cameras or play sound effects like applause or something like that. So like this is the applause. Let's just play the applause. Yay, okay. And you got a different sound effects there. You can do a picture-in-picture, turn on the iPad, and all the other stuff. So Stream Deck's pretty cool for as a live controller, so I don't have to click through the screen the whole time. Let's just put that back. And I'll just show you the headphones I use. These are the Beyerdynamic headphones, Beyerdynamic 770 Pro, DT 770 Pro. There are different kinds. There's like the 32 ohm, 80 ohm, and 250 ohms. This one is the 80 ohm version. The 32 ohm is just for when you're like listening to your phone or something like that. But that's more like the studio version. The 80 ohm and 250 ohms are the studio versions. Okay, so now as you can see, I have my green screen set up at the back behind me. So when I put that down, you can see my normal studio. So this is how it usually looks like. And the usual studio, well, let's just put this my microphone away. So this is my living room. So there's a light at the back over there, and there's light on top, and there's a light. There are 2 lights in front of me. So when I use this controller over here, I can turn the light at the back. I can turn it off. I can turn it on again. I can even change the intensity of the light by just pressing this button over here. Those are Philips Hues, Hue lights, and you can like control it via controller too if you get like the port. I forgot what it's called, but you can get it for about 30 to 40 euros. And this here is for the light on top. So I can like turn the light on and turn it off again. So that's the light that's actually lighting up the whole room and a little bit of my head. So it's like a hair light, and I can change the colors. So let's just change it to blue. So you can see that the background is blue, and you can change it to different colors just like that. If you want to see how it really looks like, let's just turn off the light in front of me by clicking on the Stream Deck. So I clicked the light on the Stream Deck, and now you can see my main light source is turned off. So that was my key light. And let's just cycle through the different colors. So this is like more green, this is more like blue or purple, and this is more like red. So I can always change the ambience of the room by clicking on the different light colors over here. I like to leave it like more like bluish or whitish, so it doesn't like. Well, let's just click on white. So it just lights up the room a little bit. As you can see over there, this the light at the back is actually making a little light on the side of my face. This is called a rim light. I turn it off. It looks pretty boring, right? So let's just turn it back on. So it actually complements the main light source over there. There's a window on that side, that's why you can see the light over here. But usually I cover the windows so there's no light coming in from no natural light coming in from somewhere else. So the stream stays consistent, the look stays consistent on each of my streams. Okay, now I'm using my Stream Deck to turn on the lights. So let's just turn on the main light again. And there's another light which is called the fill light, which fills up the shadows. You can see there's shadows over here, but I can fill it up a little bit so the shadows are just a little subtle. So now you can see that the shadows are more subtle, and I can even control it via software and make like the fill light a little bit less. So it's not that much. So when I'm filling up the lights, it's less than the main light source, and it just fills up the shadows just a little bit, so the shadows don't get that dark. So that's the purpose of the fill light. And those lights I use there are the Elgato key lights. I like them a lot because they're pretty cool. They're pretty small. They're not that big. And I'm actually specialized in building small studios. So this is a small studio, and it works just fine for me because you can leave it in your living room, and it doesn't look like a full-blown studio. Okay, so that's about all. I think I got everything covered. So we got the lights, we got the cameras, and we also got the microphones and the audio interface. And oh yeah, about the computer I'm using, let's just switch to the overview camera again. So the computer, you can't see it over here, but it's at the back. So the gray thing over there under the light, and so over there. And that computer is a Mac Pro. It's a 12-core Mac Pro, and the 12-core Mac Pro is pretty cool for. Let's just put myself in here as a circle. Okay, so you can see me here again as a circle. So the 12-core Mac Pro has about, I got 96 gigabyte of RAM in there, and the more RAM you have, the more programs you can use side by side. So get as much RAM as you can, and you can use like I have a lot of things open now, so that's why it's pretty good to use a lot of RAM. And I plugged it into the Ethernet cable, so it's actually plugged into Wi-Fi. It's not using Wi-Fi. It's just plugged into the internet. So because if you use Wi-Fi, the stream might stop anytime. So that's why it's better to plug it in. Just get a Cat7 RJ45 cable. These are really fast cables, and get the fastest Wi-Fi provider you can, plan you can. So you won't have any problems with that. Okay, what else? I got a graphic card in there. It's a Vega 2 graphic card. Macs only support AMD graphic cards. They don't support NVIDIA graphic cards, which is actually a problem for gamers. But the AMD graphic cards aren't that bad. They're pretty cool anyway. So that's one of the best graphic cards, and they have a lot of new ones that support like the new other things. But I'm not really good in graphic cards, so I won't get into that. The good thing about the Mac Pro is like it's configurable. It's not like a MacBook Pro where you can't change anything anymore, or an iMac, but you can actually open it up and change like the and upgrade the graphics, upgrade the RAM, and upgrade the processor, even if you know how to do that. And you can like upgrade the ports, so I can put like different ports in there, or a bigger hard drive, or a RAID or something like that. So that's the pretty cool thing about it, and it's very silent. So if you're like live streaming or making courses, get a computer that's really, really silent and really, really fast. Okay, so I guess that's all. Oh, camera support. Okay, so this here is Manfrotto camera support. What do you call that? Yeah, so it's Manfrotto. And this thing here is also from Manfrotto, is the Magic Arm. And this is also from Manfrotto, is an articulating two segments arm, something like that. So most of the camera support systems I have here, they're all from Manfrotto. Oops. So this tripod's from Manfrotto, and these arms are from Manfrotto, except for the one that's holding the lights at the back. So the ones that are holding the lights at the back, these are directly from Elgato. So I can like it's on. I can turn it off with the Elgato Stream Deck too. So I got a lot of things from Elgato. They're actually specialized in all of these things. And the green screen I have in the background, that's from Elgato too. So let's just put this up. So that's actually from Elgato too. So it's pretty cool because you can leave it in the room and you can hide it so you won't see it. And the software I'm using to record all this and go live, that's Ecamm. I love Ecamm because it's easy to use. You don't really need to watch tutorials or anything like that. It's just like you just turn it on and it just works. So it's actually pretty cool. I have a link to all of this stuff in the comments. I'll just link it down later on after the live stream. I just want to test this out. So this is my first live stream on YouTube ever. And if you like the channel, please subscribe and share it with your friends. That'll be really awesome. It'll mean the world for me. And let's just switch to my main camera now. So okay, this is me again. Hello. And the good thing about the Ecamm is you can I can zoom into this camera. So let's just see, I can turn on zoom and pan. So let's just zoom into there. So I can zoom in. So I have most of the background removed. So if you have a messy background like I do, then just zoom into the camera and then your background disappears. And with the green screen itself, you can change the green screen backgrounds. So let's just put the green screen back up. And I'll just change the background to something else. Okay. Select backdrop. I can change it to like the beach. And I can change it to palm trees if I want to. And I can even change it to, these are all animated. A tunnel. These backdrops are all included in Ecamm, so you don't have to buy them. They're actually included in Ecamm itself. But the one I use most is like either the home office or the modern house. And sometimes I even use a backdrop I made myself. So this is actually my the background, my usual background. See, so that's pretty cool too. So let's just turn on zoom off, and this is the background I usually use. So if I change something in the back, or if my wife and daughter are back and playing video games, I can just put the green screen up, and yeah, so it's about the same. So they can do whatever they want at the back, and I can keep on working on this side over here. So let's just mask edges so the edges disappear, and you can see that I'm in my new background over here. So that's a pretty cool thing to do. And if you're in another if you move to another place, or you're just bring your green screen with you and your camera, and you can put this backdrop on wherever you are. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're visiting relatives and stuff like that and you need to go live, then just bring the backdrop with you, and you got your home studio back there, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's it for today. I'll be going into Ecamm and what you can do with it later on, and how to set up your cameras and all this stuff. By the way, I have an academy on support for all of these things. So if you're planning to start a YouTube channel, or you're planning to do an online course, just check out the academy. It's open a few times a year. And if it's not open now, there's a waiting list, so you'll get notified when it's open again. And I'd love to have you in the academy. There are a lot of pretty cool, nice, totally creative members, which we have in the academy right now. They're all entrepreneurs, so they all do courses and memberships and drawing, a lot of artists now here in the academy. And I'd be glad to have you on board too. So just yeah, I'll put it on the link underneath. And as I said, if you haven't already, just please subscribe to the channel. That'll be awesome. And oh, I see there's one person watching now. That's pretty cool. Hello. I can't see your name, so I couldn't. I don't know who's watching. Okay. So if you haven't seen all what I've been talking about on this live video, just watch the replay. That'll be great. And leave a comment below so I know you're here. And yeah, okay. So I'll be closing my stream now. Have a great day, and see you next time. Bye bye.